And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. Self-made, I'm talking greatness. You either love it or you hate this. And it don't matter how you take this. Everything I do is what I do and I don't fake it. What's good, what's good, what's good? We are back at it with another episode of Graveyard Shift with Desyple Nite. What episode is this night?
Episode 9.
Episode 9. I had to turn that down. I had a little reverb on it on accident. All right, go ahead. Tell them what it's about like we usually do while I get situated over here. You know I'm always all over the place.
All right. First up, we got stress relief and things people do to, get rid of their stress and anxiety or whatever.
Okay.
Then we got, is love a drug or something else?
Something else.
And then we're talking about life after death.
Life after death. That's a fucked up, morbid, fucking, what do I want to call it? Subject. Have a brain fart.
Little bit.
But what's good with everybody? How's everybody doing? Ain't nobody in here right now, but you'll see it because it plays back when you get in here.
It'd be all right.
It'll be all right.
They usually catch up with us.
Yeah. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. That's what I need to do too. Share it right now while I'm talking that shit. So what was the first subject again we was talking about? You said
stress relief and things people do to, get rid of their stress and, de-stress.
Like getting head?
If that makes you less stressed.
I was getting some head. Getting some head. I mean, it works sometimes, right?
I mean, if that's what it takes, yeah. I mean, people do a lot of things to relieve stress, like, for me personally, music was my outlet, you know what I mean? Like, that used to relieve a ton of stress.
Right. What?
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck.
Man's over there breaking stuff. But yeah, nowadays I'm a big ball of anxiety and stress and, I'm running around here like chicken with my head cut off. But, it'd be like that, and, you got to find things to, make your life unstressed.
Well, yeah, like I like to smoke the trees. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and a lot of people do, you know what I mean? And
some people drink.
I ain't knocking you for it. Some people drink, some people are exercise nuts. You know what I mean? That's how they get their kicks and relieve their stress. You know what I mean? And
I was gonna say I've been watching Shameless, and for the one dude to quit drinking, that's what he's been doing in the show. He's been running, jogging, things like that. Every time he has the urge to drink, no matter what he's doing, he just takes off, gets up, takes off, starts running.
Right. And and then there's some weird things people do to, relieve stress.
Right.
I really can't get into it because I don't know.
Right. No, I get it.
I mean, if some people chime in, and
some people might stick a finger in their butt to relieve stress.
I wouldn't doubt it. I really wouldn't doubt it.
I was just trying to have a shock effect and you just went along with it, but whatever. Oh yeah, I gotta share this fucking live. Because a couple
thought you were doing that.
Well, I was, but then you got me off on the butt plug situation or whatever, the finger in the butt shit. For some reason on my phone, my YouTube was signed out and my motherfucking YouTube studio. I never signed shit out.
Yeah, but if the update comes through, it'll sign out everything.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. Good point. But yeah, I'm posting that.
Yeah, I wake up and my phone's like that sometimes and everything's signed out. And I'm trying to remember passwords and, that's why I got everything, fingerprinted and
me too.
retina scanned and, just so I could not have to worry about passwords and stuff.
My dumb ass, I got to edit the post. I said, we're live right now. Come join us. And didn't put the link up.
Oh my God. My man's just slipping.
Oh, shit. Got a lot going on lately.
Hey, it be like that.
It do. You ain't never lied. So what do you do to relieve stress?
Like I said, it used to be music for me. And, as I was saying, now, that doesn't really do it for me anymore. I'm just running around like a big ball of stress and anxiety all the time, and I need to find a new outlet for me to, keep my nerves calm.
You want to start smoking crack?
No, I'm good.
You want to do heroin?
No, I'm good on that
What
too.
about meth?
No, way good.
Marijuana?
Nah, those ain't my
Well,
friends.
what the fuck you gonna do? Drink?
I might.
I mean, that works for some people too.
No, but honestly, I can't drink like that anymore. You know what I mean? Like that's like I wake up the next day feeling like, I got hit by a truck.
No, I'm the same way. Like if I drink now, the next couple of days I feel like I got hit by a truck.
Yeah, then you're just laying around for a couple days.
Right.
Not the business. Yeah, but like I said, a few years ago, music was all I had.
Right.
And that was keeping me afloat. I was learning how to play the guitar and at that time, and that's where my main stress relief came from.
Right.
Learning something new. And
see, I'm weird. I do a lot of different things. I guess it depends on the level of stress what I do, kind of, if that makes sense.
Right, I feel it.
Because like most days, I got that average day stress, so I smoke daily. But
right.
If it's something like real aggravating or something like that, I might go out and get on my four-wheeler and go to the woods and try to, beat myself up in a nutshell, but not really, just ride around and get some anger out. Or right. I might get in one of my cars and slam through some gears or something like that, one of my little toys or something. So I got I guess I got multiple ways that I deal with stress is how I would put it.
Yeah, it's basically comes down to whatever takes your mind off of, what was.
Or like I said, if it's an aggravating, like mad situation and I want to fight, that's when I might hop on the four-wheeler. But if it's something like I'm stressing about a bill, go ahead, smoke the fuck it joint for the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Cat Williams said it best, put some of that fuck it in your system.
I forgot I gotta send this to fucking people at Messenger, but you said William, and that reminded me. Because, some people don't know how to just click the fucking notification, and when we go live, it'll just come to you.
Well, people are lazy. It comes down to that.
Well, that's why you got me over here staring at my phone, because this is what I gotta do for you people. I don't know, but there's some people that do some weird shit to relieve stress too, so.
Yeah, that I want to hear what people have to say about that, and what their stress reliefs are.
Right.
Some people cook, and that helps them get that stress out their system, or
right.
Some people are really weird, they'll just clean all day and wipe down the same thing 8,000 times.
Well, that's probably more like OCD.
That's pretty much what it is, but I've seen it happen. But they say that keeps them unstressed.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's only a few things I do, but somebody chime in. Let me know what y'all do to relieve stress. The more crazier, the better. Don't get me wrong, too. Sometimes when I'm aggravated, frustrated, sexually, I'll take out, stress. And that'd be some of my best sex. Because when you frustrated, fuck you, bitch, tear that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because you taking out all your anger.
I feel it.
Or makeup sex. That's stress reliever. Take this shit, this my pussy, bitch. You take this dick. Type of shit.
Just like that.
Well, that's basically what it is in your head. Y'all can deny it all you want, but y'all know in your head that's what it is. That's what you're thinking, whether you say it or not. See,
No,
me, I can be, you know, getting it in with mines, and she a freak like that. Well, when we fight afterwards, it's, you know, it doubles up from the normal sex life.
right.
Like she be in
Yeah,
there,
I feel
she
it.
be in there pulling her own motherfucking hair out. Like,
Nah, that's wild. That's wild. You know, but I do feel it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's
some
multiple
people,
ways to relieve stress.
some people,
Meditation.
some people eat is weird as it sounds like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, is that out of boredom or is that out of actual comfort? Does it actually bring them, you know, peace of mind?
Well, that's still comfort, and it might be boredom, but evidently, if they didn't have that food to comfort them and eat on, they'd be stressed, right?
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
You like
Like a
that?
counterattack.
Well, no, that's what I call it. That's when you asked me when we was in a conversation, and you asked me that question, and one of them is everything subjective. Yes, it is because
Well, yes, everything is subjective.
yes, because there's always something under something under something and something behind something. And people get mad about it and call you argumentative. And I'm like, nah, I'm just breaking it down. This is common sense and knowledge.
What's behind door number 2?
I don't know. We was talking about stress relievers.
Well, what's behind that?
Lighter?
We was just speaking about it. Drugs.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but you
sex.
said that there's always something under something under something.
Well, it depends on what route you pick. Like I said, if it's drugs, and you take them to be non-stressed, eventually behind that's probably gonna be death or jail or prison.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I will agree with that. You know,
You're fucking stressing me. Got me over here smoking.
I do that on a daily.
Oh. What do you think something is weird people do to relieve stress? Or something you've heard of?
Something I've heard of. Oh man.
I've heard, look, I don't know why, we always go down a fucking rabbit hole, but this one really bugs
bring
me,
it on.
bro. There's
Bring it
there's
on.
dudes out there that like their fucking nuts stomped on.
That sounds stressful.
How the fuck is your dick hard with your nuts getting
That
stomped on, bro?
that sounds stressful.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, it happens. It freaked me to.
I'm punching somebody. I'm punching somebody. I'm punching
Yeah, but
somebody.
then think about like there's dudes that like to be whipped by bitches like that dominant shit. Some people like to cut themselves, bro. Some people like to cut themselves sexually and shit too. Like, there's all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, I feel it. This is that's the extreme of the spectrum.
Remember, shout out to Ashling Entertainment
Whoop, whoop.
and No Evil. I know y'all see that fresh ass hoodie. I glitched out a little bit. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me one up on him because I got this
No
this
evil.
freshness on the back here.
Yeah, stand up for the one time. For the one time.
Yeah. I had to show him that was that.
Look. Got the monkeys down the sleeve.
So definitely
No
remember,
evil down the sleeve.
check out the Ashling store. We're getting all the inventory on there little by little.
Hey, somebody's in here with us. Who we got?
Fuck Katie Livingston. People have heard that people will like tie their balls up. I think he meant to say to relieve stress. It's like cutting themselves. I think comparable to. Holy shit!
Oh wow.
I dated a guy I called the puppet. What? Why'd you call him the puppet?
Yeah, I don't even want to know.
And wouldn't you think tying your balls up would be in a nutshell? Like if you tie a limb up, it loses circulation and
Yeah.
falls off.
or turns purple or blue or whatever.
All I want to know, Katie, is did his balls fall off?
No, see,
That
this,
would
this,
hurt, bro. Because, like, say when your nuts get cold and they shrivel up, you know, your sack gets tight. That would fucking hurt. It sounds like it would hurt. But they got them motherfucking, you know, cock rings and ball rings that kind of do that anyway. So you can't, like, bust or whatever.
yeah, but that's is that really cutting off your circulation to that point?
I don't know. I never used that shit. Like, on another note, because I'm like, how do I put it? I don't know. I just be stroking. I can control myself to an extent. But I don't see how that would be a stress reliever. But like I said, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, that seems absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But hey.
And if they like that all the time, you would think it would fuck them up.
Yeah, you would think. Oh God. What?
He said because he tied his balls up, he had strings. Wait, what do you mean he had strings? Exactly. That's why he's like doing it. What? The clip his balls off?
Underwater.
Are you reading these?
Yeah, that yes, I'm reading it. That is not what?
Okay, yeah, stress relievers. Remember, we do this every Friday at 12 p.m. We usually have 3 subjects and go out on the rabbit hole off on all of them. So, but that's how we do. Sometimes we have technical difficulties. Remember, we encourage people to speak their mind and their opinion. Everything's open in here. And share,
Absolutely.
like, subscribe. Remember, it's Dusty and Dirt, aka Desyple Nite.
Graveyard shift every Friday. Oh man. That threw me for a loop, man. Like,
you know it's Kim, right? Remember the name?
Yeah.
She told us last night, but that shit's crazy, bro. I'm like,
yeah, that's wild.
yeah, that just blows my mind.
Yeah, that threw me for a loop, man. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. That is absolute craziness.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild as hell. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be tying my balls up for no stress reliever. Can't do it.
No.
I'll pass.
No. Not I, my friend. Not I. That is extreme.
Yeah, that's wild, extreme.
Yoga. You know, a lot of people do yoga for, you know, stress relief.
I think yoga would be good. I need to start stretching at this age anyway before I start getting all stiff and shit like that.
You're gonna end up like me, man.
Motherfucker, you probably move around better than me.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna find a fucking link.
All right, what are we saying?
Read them in reference to the questions that were commanded before. That's why it's called a puppet. Scott Weiser. I'm gonna call them out. She put the dude's name on blast.
Put the dude on blast. Wow. That's crazy.
People be wild on this show. Remember the night they was arguing in the comments?
Yeah.
That was and then they was having a counseling session about relationships. That was kind of funny.
That was good though.
Yeah. It was different. Oh,
what's the word?
That's what I'm looking for. Found them. What's the word? Oh, that's Trey. That's my son.
Yeah.
What up, you little bastard? Yeah, but no, I ain't tying my balls up for stress relief. None of that shit. I'll smoke some weed or go slam through some gears or you know, ride a bike, 4-wheeler. I'm not jogging down the street and shit like that because I'll fall the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess the only way I could put it is to each their own. There could be all kinds of excuse me. All kinds of different ways. And some of the shit might seem crazy to, you know, depending on who you are, so. But who am I to judge? I just don't get down with that shit. I ain't doing it.
No, see, I feel I need to get in shape and, you know, get active again, and before I do fall apart, joints are starting to rust up, check engine lights on. What's going on?
I don't know, man. She's talking in foreign tongue in the comments about bought her for a cigarette, kicked her in her tongue or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm over here looking at these motherfucking peanut butter cookies trying to finish this cigarette.
I don't even want to look.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stress reliever ways, but fuck that stress shit, because I can go
counseling. You know.
Yeah, that works for some people.
You know, I mean, I don't know. Psychobabble's kind of.
What's a good way to how you relieve stress, Trey? What's a good or what's a crazy way you've heard of? Either or. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I've always just either smoked or something like that, or got in a car or a bike and speed.
Or here's one. You get those extreme gamers that, you know, I mean, that's how they relieve their stress.
Are they really relieving stress though? Because some of them cats be going ham. Start throwing shit, freaking out.
See, that's my son right there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, mine too.
Like, he's just yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs, you know, and that seems like it's causing more stress than, you know, relieving anything.
I mean, maybe it's relieving them mentally, but stressing them body-wise, if that makes sense.
Right, yeah. But, you know...
Because my kids come out the room sweating before, many times.
That's how my dude is. But, you know, I worked with this guy, man, like, and this all he did was play video games, and that's all he would talk about. Like, he couldn't have a normal conversation with you. And
it was just video game.
Just video games. And, you know, that's what, you know, relieve the stress. All right, what Trey say?
Go to the break room to relieve stress as well. I mean, yeah, but what do you just go in there and sit and be quiet? Put your nuts in.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. Your man's is crazy.
Oh, hey, it is my kid. What do you expect?
Yeah, fair enough.
He said, "Put your nuts in a vice grip for stress relief." No, he's just talking. She was just talking about motherfucking tying his nutsack up.
I mean, that's pretty much what you're doing. That's pretty much what you're doing.
Look, I do not approve that message. Don't put your nuts in the vice. Don't tie them up with a string. Ain't none of that shit gonna release.
Oh man, we're gonna end up getting sued for that.
If you got
somebody's gonna try that, and we're gonna end up getting sued for it.
It's a place to pay to go and smash shit. Yeah, I seen that. That was actually a brilliant idea.
Oh yeah.
Where you could like smash TVs and car windows and all that shit. Yeah. That was a dope idea. That was actually a good idea.
You know what used to relieve my stress? And this is gonna sound funny.
Jacking off?
No. Back on the video game thing. Playing Grand Theft Auto.
Well, yeah, because you could shoot people, run them over, all kinds of shit. So I get it.
But you know the funny thing is, and I know everybody's done this. And what's going on?
We're trying to be serious here.
Oh man.
She said I masturbate after I have a seizure.
Well, okay.
Little seizures. Oh, I'm done with that.
It's live in here tonight.
Speak up, motherfuckers. I want to hear all this crazy shit tonight.
Rob hookers in the street of Los Santos.
On the
no,
game.
You know what will stress you out in that game? Trying to be a normal citizen.
Yeah,
you know, driving
or trying to drive the speed limit and all that shit. Trying not to shoot people or beat them up.
That will stress you out more than anything.
Yeah, have you ever tried to drive through traffic?
Yeah.
Normal?
Yeah.
You can't even drive straight half the time.
Yeah, that'll stress you out more than anything.
The red lights are long than a motherfucker. Hey, but at least you always got some good tunes, though.
I will say that does have the best music ever.
I think that and 2K, NBA 2K.
Yeah. Yeah, the 2K franchise has some really good music. Yeah, but stress relievers. What y'all think?
He said
with our two people in
he
here.
said traffic stupid as fucking people walk right in front of your car, then the cops got a hit on you. Yeah. The AIs do be dumb than the motherfucker.
See, they made it so you cannot play normal.
Mm-hmm. You gotta run from the cops. That's the point of the game.
Yep.
They force you to be a criminal. You see how they program you?
Is that how they do it?
You know, people have actually did shit that they seen on Grand Theft Auto.
Are you
They went
serious?
to prison and shit. Yeah.
That's wild. That's like me playing Call of Duty and going out and just mowing down a bunch of people.
But you do know, over there in foreign countries, some of them train like that.
Yeah, that's what Saddam Hussein was doing.
Yeah.
He bought a bunch of PS whatevers. I think it was PS2s at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when Call of Duty first came out, they were using that as training simulation, which is wild.
Right. What's good, everybody? Remember, like, share, subscribe, put it all over the place. Remember, we do it every Friday at midnight. We just get warmed up right now. How long we been on? 26 minutes.
Yeah, we're in the beginning.
And we done went from stress relief to fucking Grand Theft Auto ran.
Well, it's better than what we were on.
Right.
I ain't trying to smash my nuts in vice grips.
No, definitely not. Or tie them up in a knot with a rope or whatever.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Like I said, I do not, condone doing that.
Do not try that at home.
No. Remember, we said that because y'all ain't getting us fucked up because y'all went and put your nuts in the vice grip.
And if you do try that at home, I mean, at that point, it's survival of the fittest.
Right.
You deserve to be taken out. Like, don't try that at home.
We ain't never
like
got
that.
No, we ain't got no heat in the works. That's a secret. Look, I'm gonna tell you what we got. This is the heat we got in the works. We got the Dr. Dre album in the works. What's the name of it, Dre?
Detox.
Coming soon. No, I got all kinds of music in the background. I just ain't put it out yet. So y'all gotta be patient.
Music-wise, a lot of stuff's on the back burner right now.
But yeah, just because I've been working on the company we started and everything like that. But y'all know we drop something every fucking year. We don't miss a year.
There'll be something out.
Hmm.
I do want to get my album out there and get back into the music game, and just finding the time for it is rough.
Yeah. Plus, putting your balls in the vice grip and.
Well, you gotta do that every once in a while.
Could you imagine if somebody walked up with some vice grips and just was like, clamp? Oh
no.
Fuck that.
No, I'm passing out.
I'd probably pass out when I seen it coming, like, oh, shut down. This is gonna hurt.
Shit, I might be in a coma for a bit.
I don't know.
I'm definitely passing out.
I think that's a life-changing experience.
Shit could have had me crying in the shower like a Lifetime movie, man.
He over there throwing out hints and shit in the comments. Me and Dre had that argument all the time. I ain't getting bodied by no singing motherfucker.
Wait, what's he saying over here?
He said somebody gonna get bodied by a singing motherfucker.
Hey, I can do it. I'm a man to do it.
You can do it. You can do it all night long. No, but
I ain't got it in me.
Yeah, we got music coming out. But all right.
Eventually.
What was our second subject? I know what it is now. Go ahead, explain it.
All right. is love a drug, or is it pretty much deeper than that? All right, and what I mean by that is love just a biochemical reaction that makes you feel a certain way, like a drug, or is it more than that? Chime in, let us know what you think.
What the fuck you mean by is it more than that? Like, what more could it be?
Just what I said. Is it more than that? I mean, is it deeper than just a chemical reaction in your brain?
Well, first off, I would say it falls under the category of a drug because you get high off of it, you get endorphins off of it, you get a chemical reaction off of it. And then once you lose it from a person, you have withdrawals from it, and it can have like real effects, whether it be
Right.
depression or things of that nature. Like it can take stress on your body. So I would say it is a drug, but my question would be, is it a necessary drug? Like, could we live without it?
No, because
We're
I feel we
companion
can't.
animals.
Yeah, we're social creatures, and I think. All right, put it this way. All right, newborn baby needs its mother's nurturing touch, or they have people in the hospitals that just go and hold babies.
Yeah.
Because they need human contact.
Right.
You know what I mean? And babies that go without human contact are more likely to, suffer ill effects, or, worst case scenario, die. So, I mean, they hire people just to go hold babies.
Well, yeah, I've seen that. When my daughter was born earlier, I seen that from like babies that were in there with like no parents and shit. As fucked up as it sounds, they have people that would go around and hold them for like an hour or two at a time.
Yeah.
Like,
And just that little bit of human contact,
and
it releases, endorphins in the brain, and it's a chemical reaction.
have me
You know what I
running
mean?
through
And
the fucking ER shoving binkies in all the kids' mouth. I felt bad for them. I ain't gonna lie. Desyple love the kids.
I feel you on that, but yeah, I mean, if you break it down to that simple factor, I don't think we can go without knowing love, or experiencing love.
I agree.
I think it have ill effects if
No, definitely. I think it could be terms for extermination. Because the less social you get, you probably get more depressed, where our heads are at nowadays. And it probably would lead to people fizzling off or offing themselves one at a time, or going out mass killing, for instance. So,
but everything's subjective, though.
here you go with that fucking shit. Don't be using my shit.
I'm gonna judo it on you. You know what I mean? Put the reverse move on it.
Well, yeah, because it depends on the situation too. But in that theory, I don't give a fuck. You're not just gonna get rid of, pretty much. You're saying you're getting rid of empathy, all that shit.
Empathy, compassion,
Right.
sensuality. You know what I mean? You're getting rid of all that.
That motherfucker purple than a motherfucker. You can't see it. It's a little blurry, but that motherfucker purple.
But is it deeper than that?
Like, what do you?
I mean, is there?
I do believe it's more than just in your head, like I said, because, like I said before, muscle memory. There's proven facts that you can die from a broken heart because your heart feels, the muscle in your heart feels. Like, they're saying it could like think for itself, like it holds memories for real. Like,
All right. Let's throw a scenario out there, and this is a weird scientific study. All right, they take a couple kids, whatever, and they give one group of kids just enough nurturing that they survive. Okay.
So they're like purposely doing this.
Yes. No love, no compassion, no nothing. Okay.
This is real life, or
this is real.
what the fuck?
I can't remember the exact place that did the study, but you know, you give this group of kids, you know, just enough nurturing that they survive. You know, I mean, you hold them just enough, you feed them, you know, you take care of them just enough so they survive. And then they give the second group of kids, you know, love, empathy, compassion, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, the kids that received just enough to get by, you know, pretty much ended up with ill effects.
Like what? Like they was depressed, or they was like psycho, or?
I mean, you know, they developed, you know, weird sicknesses and, you know, had certain health issues. And
Is that what happened to you?
You know it. No, I'm just messing with you. But it was a weird little article I read, you know, and so that's what I'm saying. Is it deeper than just the chemical reaction? You know what I mean? Or is it a learned behavior? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think it's learned. It is a label. It's a label we made. We know that.
yeah, but I mean,
It's an emotion we label, but I mean, yeah, because you do got to learn to love some things or somebody and things of that nature, but you also got to learn to unlove them. But like I said, it still has a chemical reaction. So
yeah, it definitely, you know, I will agree with that, but I have to pose a counter argument. You know what I mean? Like,
so you just want to fucking be debatable that they label argumentative nowadays to me.
no, I'm not being.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
I'm not being argumentative for the sake of being argumentative, but I do have to have a counterbalance.
No,
for,
I
you
get
know, what
there's
you're saying.
always something behind something. Everything is subjectable. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, like, I want to dig deeper in that and figure out if there's more to it.
I think there's levels to it, like I said.
You know, I mean, because like you said, I mean, just like a drug, you can, you know, go through withdrawals from love and, you know, suffer a broken heart, and, you know, that broken heart can lead to ill effects.
Yeah.
You know, like sickness and
Health problems and right.
Even death. You know what I mean? Like,
people
and
can die from a broken heart, for real. Yeah, that's true.
And I have personally seen that firsthand. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm not going to speak on that subject, but
right.
I've seen it happen. And that seems like something deeper to me.
What do you mean?
You know, it seems like it's deeper than, you know, just a biochemical reaction.
Well, it is, like I told you, kind of like I said, we have muscle memory, you know, that teaches us how to walk, talk, move our hands, all that shit, stand up. They have done tests saying that the heart actually has feeling, like it actually gets attached, it has love towards people.
Right.
Which would lead me into the next thing, but they didn't say this, would lead me to believe that the heart somewhat thinks too.
I will agree.
Like
I will agree with that.
Like a brain is the only way I can compare it.
All right.
Because your organs communicate with your brain, so it would all make sense.
Yeah. All right. There was another study done, and, you know, pretty much it boiled down to this. Like, once you love, like, all right, say, you know,
it's
you have
addiction.
A girlfriend. Yeah, but look, you have a girlfriend, and, you know, you love the hell out of her, right?
Right.
You guys break up.
Right.
You know, you're heartbroken and this and that, and, you know, you're going through it.
Right.
But you still love that person, right?
Right.
you do, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, situation may be fucked up, but it says, the study says that once you love somebody, you never stop loving that person. It just fades off a little bit till the next person.
Right. If you truly love them, then you
Yeah,
always love them. Right.
if it's true love, you will always love that person. It just fades off gradually.
Right.
You know, until it becomes, you know,
you get
a background
used
thought
to it, more or less.
Yeah, it becomes a background thought.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that they did a study on that, and you know they say that's how it is.
I believe that.
You know, and that makes me think it's more than that. You know what I mean? It's more than just, you know, like a biochemical reaction, like you said. You know what I mean? Like, because like you said, you know, your body does communicate back and forth with your brain. You know what I mean? So
right. So you're gonna have that connection, kind of like trees connected. You cut one down tree, another tree fills it.
Right.
Wrap your mind,
you know,
around that one. Trees be really talking and crying, and they feel bad for each other. No, this is proven shit.
Explain yourself, because I'm trying to get hip to this tree shit.
Trees are rooted in the ground, right?
Right, yeah.
All right, you've seen the you know, like the experiments of playing plants music and shit and how they react.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's also been proven now, and you guys can go Google this shit, that trees feel for each other. Okay, and the only way I can explain it is like a herd of fucking elephants. They have empathy and they feel pain. When you kill one tree, the trees around it feel it and they mourn.
Oh.
Like, you can Google this shit on your phones right now.
No.
The fuck y'all want. Like, it's crazy, bro. And what they're doing is kind of like how they, how do I explain it? This is the best way I could explain it, how I took it, is like your brain, neurosensors.
Yeah.
That's how they're studying it. But with the veins, because most people don't know either, trees got veins, you know, things of that nature.
Right.
So, but yeah, and they talk to each other, they communicate. That's even more fucked up. So when you look at like Alice in Wonderland and the trees and the shit like that, like, in a nutshell, it's kind of true. It's just they don't.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, it's just they don't, like, you know, evidently talk like us, because when the trees start whispering to me and shit, I'm out, or I'm cutting you the fuck down, or just leave me alone, whatever, you know. But yeah, that shit's wild.
Yeah, that is very wild. You know, I'm gonna go back to the elephants for a minute, because I mean, you brought up a good point there. You know what I mean? Elephants do feel empathy, and they do feel love, and they do feel, you know, remorse and grief, and
they mourn,
you know,
all that shit.
You know, and you know, they'll take their dying to the elephant graveyard and, you know, lay them to rest.
Yeah, they're like
and
the biggest,
and they'll mourn,
kindest giants in the world.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? If wild animals like that can feel empathy and, you know, remorse and love and this and that, it has to be deeper than that. It has to be more than just, you know, a chemical feeling.
It's like
that
the hippies said, you know, peace is love, love is peace.
I mean, I could dig it. You know what I mean? I can. But I don't know, man. Like, I'm telling you, there's more to it than just, you know, it being labeled like, you know, we label other drugs. You know what I mean? Drugs make you feel some shit. And, you know, I feel you can quit drugs. You can quit drugs and be okay. You can't quit love and be okay.
I mean, you could, but at the same time, you could. It's probably going to be bad for your health.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you ever see the motherfucker, and not to knock nobody, but the motherfucker that don't really get no ass or ain't never had a relationship his whole life? He's just slightly off and a little detached and depressed.
All right, look, man, I worked with a guy like that, and my man's was like, he refused to have a girlfriend. He refused to, partake in, real love.
Because
And
he probably
came
had
from
one girl that broke his heart.
No, never had a girlfriend. Never had a girlfriend.
He was.
Like, yeah.
Maybe he had a boyfriend.
And no, it wasn't that either. You know what I mean? It wasn't none of this. And my man's came off like a school shooter.
He was just quiet and detached, like
quiet, detached, way off. So every day I seen this dude, I was nice to him, in case he came in and, sprayed the place down.
Right.
Hey man, you need a pop or something?
Right.
I got you.
You hungry?
Hey. You need some candy?
Right.
I got you.
You want half
what you need, dog?
You want half my paycheck every week? Just don't shoot me. Remember me.
And my man's went out and got a gun. You know what I mean? So
you got real.
That made me. Yeah, that made me think, and he was talking about it nonstop. You know what I mean? So that made me think, all right, my man's got some issues here.
Right.
We need to find this dude a girlfriend like immediately, exponentially.
He said something ain't right.
Hey,
he about to snap.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but my man's was strange. You know what I mean? He was an okay guy. You know what I mean? But talking to him, you could tell that something was not right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Did he ever shoot school up though?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of, but I've talked to people that went to school with this dude, and they say he was quiet, sat by himself, at lunch, and didn't associate with nobody. My man's did not have social skills till he got to the workplace. And we had to talk him into that over the course of some years. Was
he like real smart?
No, he's dude comes off like a surfer dude. You know what I mean? Like that's what he looks like. That's how he talks and acts. You know what I mean? Like
right.
But under the surface, like if you talk to him enough, you see something is not right with that situation.
Right. Like he gonna snap one day.
Yeah, and he had a weird home life, and his mom's putting crazy nonsense in his head. I mean, he talked about his life a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
so he was kind of PTSD.
Yeah.
From his home.
My man's
life.
He talked about offing himself too. You know what I mean? So that was another thing that made me, think something was.
Don't be doing that shit, people. They got a hotline for that shit.
Yeah. If you need help, call.
Or hit me up on Messenger, because I'll make you laugh. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'll be talking something reckless.
You know what I mean? Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if he had a girlfriend, if he had a boyfriend, if he had something, I don't know. I mean, maybe that would change his perspective on, what's what.
Right.
You know what I mean? And maybe he wouldn't come off like that.
You tell him go watch porn or something at least?
I think everybody did. You know what I mean? Like, because like I said, you talk to the dude, he's an okay guy, but under the surface, you get that sense that, okay, man, this dude could snap at any moment and lay this place down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like.
So you was just getting on his good side just in case.
Right.
I feel it.
But my man never had a girlfriend. He was a virgin. You know what I mean? And
I don't know. I think if you make the statement to say that there's more to love than it just being a drug, then I think that's a bold statement, and I think you would have to apply that then to every emotion.
Well, yeah.
that would mean every emotion, there's more to it than it just being an emotion, a chemical reaction. So then
All
you're
right, think of it this way, man. If that's all it is, then we're just robots.
I mean,
We're just robots, and that's the way it's programmed.
there we go, robots in the Matrix again.
Well, I mean that's
We
what you're
technically
saying.
wouldn't be robots, we'd be animated. Computer animated.
I mean, cyborgs, androids, whatever. You know, it's a robotic.
This episode of Star Trek.
Pretty much. I mean, it's robotic behavior.
Right. No, it is.
You know,
That's what they try to get people to conform into everybody being alike, walking in a line.
So we're just programmed to, you know, feel emotions and love, and that's just the way the programming is.
Yeah.
That's the way the programming in your system is.
Yeah. That would make sense. But who knows? I just think love is an emotion. I just think it's a chemical reaction like anything else, like fear or anything. I don't think there is no more to it. I don't know.
I think that takes a symbolism out of it.
No, it don't.
It does.
How?
If you think, you know, love is nothing but a chemical reaction, and what's the point? It's just a chemical reaction.
Because we need it.
I could do without it. It's a chemical reaction.
It's just a man-made label, though, at the end of the day.
I feel you on that.
It's just something we need. We're, like you said, we're social creatures, so we need it like a drug. Except it's a drug that we can't. Okay, if there's more to it, it's the most powerful drug that we ain't got no cure for.
So we're all just addicts, and you know we need rehab.
Yeah, you fucking junkie.
Well, I mean that's what you're saying, man. Like,
I mean, basically, yeah.
But there is no rehab for that.
Popcorn.
Take it out of the program. I mean, that takes a lot of other emotions out of the programming too. So you remove love, you remove jealousy, envy, anger,
Fear.
heartache. That's a society of sociopaths.
I'll tell you what, you take away fear, period.
That's a society of sociopaths.
Motherfuckers ain't gonna be talking shit on the internet no more, I'll tell you that much.
No, yeah. I mean, some real shit's gonna happen.
Shit's gonna get real.
You know, I mean, some real shit's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And
speak up, my three laggy in the comments. I know y'all here. I can see you. What y'all think? We're going down the rabbit hole again. But no, I get it. But that's why I said, if you think there's more to love than it being an emotion or a reaction, then you got to apply that to every feeling.
All right. Back to the sociopaths. All right. There's something wrong with their programming. You know, they don't have those chemical receptors in their brain to feel any of that.
Yin and yang. Can't have one without the other. So we got to have a glitch.
So that's what they are. They're glitches.
Viruses. Until somebody creates a program and snatches them up from time to time.
And, you know, sociopaths are good at faking emotions, but they feel nothing.
No.
They feel absolute nothing.
Them cats will be laughing while they chop you up.
Yeah, pretty much. And without remorse.
And eating their Big Mac with their bloody ham with your blood on it.
Yeah, I'm not good with that. You know what I mean? I'm not good with that explanation.
It blends good with the ketchup.
Yeah, I feel it, but I mean, you feel what I'm saying though.
Yeah, but
I'm not good with that.
We ain't got no choice.
You know, that's some wild shit.
I don't know. Sometimes I wish I didn't have feelings of any sort. Like if you could turn them off and on now, that'd be fucking great. Certain ones at certain times.
Me, I feel I'm a person that feels too much. You know what I mean? And
Me too. That's why I help a lot of people and get fucked over.
And I put up defense mechanisms to cope with that.
I'm like all about humanity, but not everybody's about that.
I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and people put up a lot of defenses, you know, just so, you know, they don't get hurt or they don't, you know, fall victim to whatever the situation is that's,
No, I get that.
you know, bothering them.
Because I've had to learn to do that. Put up walls and blockers for certain things, or it just, you know, either drags me in the dirt or, you know, people use you or things of that nature.
Right.
And after so much of that, that can turn you into a sociopath, psychopath, whatever.
Yeah, but all right, if you're not born a sociopath, you can't turn off your emotions, like you said.
Oh, but
which would be great.
You can,
which would be great.
You can get numb
you
to
could,
them.
You can get numb to them, but they're still in the background.
Your conscience is gonna kick in.
Yeah, they're still in the background.
Right.
You know, with the sociopath, there's no conscience.
Right.
You know, there's nothing. You know, no fear, no empathy, no sadness, no anger, no nothing.
Nada, right.
You know, I mean, that's you're pretty much just walking around the earth numb.
Right.
To everything. You know, and no pain, no suffering. You know, to live without joy has to be the saddest existence I could think of.
If you don't know what it ever was, then how the fuck would you know what you're missing?
Fair enough.
It might be sad from your perspective, but they might not even fucking know, so it don't matter.
Well, I mean, that's like a blind person, you know, not being able to see their whole life. So, I mean, they're not missing what they don't know.
Right.
I feel it.
Oh God, I hope I never have to live in the dark.
You know, I'd rather live in the dark than live in silence.
See, I don't. Seeing, talking, or hearing, I hope I'm gone before any of that goes. Because I'm going to freak out and be in panic attacks 24/7.
You know, if I could hear my children talk to me and, you know, still respond to them, but I'm living in the dark, I can live with that.
I think if I lose any 3 of them senses, I want to be gone, bro. I'll fucking be in a never-ending panic attack. I'll fucking have a heart attack anyway.
You know, but they say if you lose one of those senses,
the others,
you know,
get heightened. I get all that.
Yeah.
But I've thought about all 3 of them, and I'm like, each one of them creeps me the fuck out, bro. That would take a lot of getting used to after having it.
I mean, it creeps me out a little bit too, but you know, I feel that, yeah, the sight would be the best way to go with that.
And the music is what creeps me out about hearing and my voice. Because if one of them 2 go, and I've been around music my whole life, music is a release for me too. So that would freak me the fuck out.
If you couldn't talk?
Or if I couldn't hear. And I'd have to fucking either die or learn the Beethoven vibrations. But
see, that's why I said sight would be my go-to there. Because I could still hear the music, I could still sing.
I don't know, bro. I could probably almost,
and I could still play.
If I had my choice, leave my eyes, ears, and mouth alone. Take my dick or something. I don't know. Don't take my fucking voice. Don't take my love of hearing music, and don't take what I can see. Fuck that. I might be able to go without busting a nut over those. Take a limb, take something. Don't take one of them.
That's a tough call. That is a tough call.
Well, just think about this. If you lose your sight, right? Every fuck you have after that is gonna be the last person you seen that you fucked.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be fucking the same person over and over the rest of your life, no matter who it is.
Well, like I said, other senses get heightened. So
So you think it would be the ultimate nut?
uh maybe not so much that, but it would be
Like, share, subscribe, and put your nuts in a vice script.
I think, if your sense of touch is heightened, it would be a better experience.
Yeah, well, definitely. That's a given, but still, I don't think it's worth it.
Well, I hope you never lose your sight.
Yeah, I would hope not too. Thank you for that encouragement. I mean,
I feel bad for you.
she wants us to go give her a makeover. Why does
What?
she don't need a makeover?
What? Huh? What?
She needs a takeover, not a makeover. Just be you, just be you, just be you.
Yeah,
just
that's all we could say to that.
But
That
yeah, I don't know. That's a fucked up subject. That can go on forever.
And how did we get on that subject? We went down another rabbit hole.
Yeah, we was talking about love being a drug, or is there more to it?
Yeah, I know, but we went off on a whole tangent on some weird stuff.
Right. What's the?
I mean,
where are we at? How long have we been on anyway? Like an hour?
I definitely need something.
An hour.
I'm laughing my ass off.
You need confidence.
That is it.
That's all you need.
Tried and true. I got the worst stage fright ever, but the second I hit that stage,
I lose the words all the way up until my verse starts. I panic.
Yeah, that's how I am.
And then somehow it just comes out.
You know what I mean? And we've been on stage many, many times, and I'm hyperventilating before I go on stage. But the second I hit the stage,
or drunk up against the speaker.
Well, yeah, that too. But I mean,
that's when we ad lib our songs.
Yeah, we don't know none of the words to it.
Oh shit! I just like attention. That's positive. Well, then why?
Okay, well, I mean that's positive attention,
right?
Is it not?
You're different, but yet you're you. That's
just do you.
That's gonna give.
That's all it boils down to.
It's like a button on my nose from the light. It's ET. Look.
I'm done with you, man. Oh, my man's silly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but
married for 15 years and all bad attention. It was just like, P. Diddy, take that.
And it sounds like PTSD.
Yeah, that too.
Which
I'm glad I wasn't born a female.
All right, we're still on our love subject. I mean, I suffer from that shit. PTSD, man. Like I suffer from that shit. Like straight up.
You got love Tourette's?
No, I got PTSD.
So you got firewalls up?
Yeah. A lot of them.
How does that make you feel?
Don't psychobabble me. Don't psychobabble me.
I was just asking you a question since you brought it up.
Yeah, I know what you were asking.
You can't read that word. Stop it.
Psychoanalytic.
Oh, look at you.
Fuck you, man.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's definitely PTSD she's experiencing.
Yeah, most definitely.
No, I think we all got that, but that's what makes us who we are. It makes us choose the relationships we choose.
But that makes you put up your defenses hardcore.
So that makes you stronger.
Does it?
Yeah, because then if the next person really wants to deal with you, they got to conquer that, and then it shows you. So in a nutshell, it makes you find the person you want to find that's worth suffering for, because you're going to suffer in all relationships. You're not going to 100% like everything about any fucking person you date. There's always going to be something you're
not at
going
all.
to nitpick or something that annoys you. But that's life. It's like you and me. We're like the totally opposite, especially if people just view us and then we open our mouth. They're like, what the fuck? But our relationship.
Yeah, we throw a lot of people off at that. And
Right.
that's funny to me.
And our relationship has been fuck you since the beginning, in a nutshell.
Pretty much.
So, but yeah, at the same time, it's not. So it's like, but yeah, I don't know. That's the only way I can explain that. From my perspective, at least.
All right, let's see. Thought it was stupid for the last month and a half, and thought he was suddenly autistic, and now I'm, oh no, my eyes are bad.
No disrespect.
Now I'm convinced. What? Yeah. Now I'm convinced he can take a shower at least. It's what?
Got mirrors all in it. So what are you saying? He's
What?
fucking egotistical or something?
That sounds like a narcissist to me.
Yeah, kinda. Well,
That's narcissistic behavior.
exactly. So get you a mirror with some showers in it too. Fuck him. Shit. And take pictures and show him. No. I don't know. That's definitely some. I can't say it's really narcissistic because.
No, that's definitely narcissistic.
Why? That's like saying you can't be proud of yourself.
Yeah, but if yourself is the only thing you see, that is
Well, yeah.
definitely narcissistic behavior.
Well, I guess you would have to ask the person if he sees anybody else, he or she or whatever it may be.
I mean, they see other people, but I mean, other people aren't as great as, you know, that person is.
Well, I understand that.
You feel what I'm saying?
You know, like, I'm great. One day you'll reach my greatness. But, you know, I feel like I'm greater than you already. Even though you taught me, I feel like I'm greater than you.
I hate you.
But no, I get what you're saying. Hey, you almost made the whole show without smoking. No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You made
I
it
know.
like halfway or whatever. We don't even know how long the show is because we just be going.
No, this is my second one. I was smoking in the beginning.
Graveyard Shift with Dusty and Dirt, aka Desyple Nite. Remember, every Friday at 12 a.m. midnight. Standard Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Remember, get in the comments. We like to hear other people's opinions. That's the point of this. But
I mean, we got a good show. I mean,
I guess you would have to put it on the level that if you want to label a narcissist between a person that's just feeling herself or proud of herself, I guess you would have to really know or see this person. You'd have to see the situation to really judge it because,
you know, all right, there's a difference between confidence and,
right, that's the word I was looking for.
You know, yourself is the only thing that you see.
Right.
And you are the greatest, and you know this and that.
I don't
you know what I mean?
This is a weird concept for most, but like I told you the other night, I don't know if it was you or
yeah, it was me.
You said when I look in the mirror, what do I see? I see characteristics. I don't see me, but at the same time, I'm confident. I don't like to say I'm cocky because, you know, I am on this planet, if that makes sense. But I am cocky. Like, it's not like a cocky confidence, but it is cocky, and that's the only way I could put it. But I don't mean no disrespect. It's just I feel as if, I gotta make it through this life, and I'm gonna survive, and I'm not gonna let nobody else make me feel any less than they are.
Right.
But I don't come
See
off
that's not
snobby.
narcissistic behavior.
Right, and I don't come off snobby, but what I say at the same time when I look in the mirror, I don't know what I look like. Like, I might see my beard, so I'll trim my beard up. I might see my hair, I'll trim my hair up. I see certain key characteristics, but I don't see me as a whole, I guess.
Right. I feel it.
So I don't know what the fuck y'all looking at. I even see me on the camera right now, but I don't see me. Maybe it's my fucking, what do you call that, forensic thinking? So I don't look at the basic shit, I guess. I'm like, they're like, hey, there's a pretty flower. I'm like, yeah. Look, it's got these little red hairs towards the bottom here, and then it's got this. That's strange. Like,
That's a weird way of thinking.
right. But,
And that's a weird way of viewing the world.
well, like you said, everything is subjective. Right.
I'm not knocking you for it, but I mean, that's just I've never heard the world described
It's like
that way,
forensics, I guess.
like you're looking for the smallest detail
Yeah,
of the
I'm always
smallest detail of the smallest
investigating
detail.
everything until there's nothing left of it to investigate. And usually there's always something left.
Right. Yeah. See, I'm over analytical too. You know what I mean? Like, and I will process and, break stuff down to the point where I can't break it down no more.
That's me. Or I don't get to sleep till 5 in the morning. Then I'm back up at 8 again because my head's going and going and going.
Right. But we got one person in here with us now.
3.
3. Let me refresh this.
But
Nah, see, it's reading 1 on mine, but it's whatever.
yeah, we ain't even get to the other subject yet.
No, you want to hit that now?
We-
Because I mean that's a long subject we could talk about for a minute.
I mean, we've been on an hour and 12 minutes. We might as well.
All right. Is there life after death?
My turn.
No, let me hit this first
Okay.
because I got a scenario to lay out for you.
Okay.
Okay. They say
Who's that?
the human brain. Scientists say the human brain lives for 8 minutes after you die.
5 or 8, right?
All right, 5 to 8. Okay, depending on the situation, depending on if you don't have major head trauma and this and that,
Or
right?
you didn't splatter, right?
Yeah, normal circumstances, your body's intact. 5 to 8 minutes. Okay, they say in that time frame, your whole life flashes before your eyes.
Right.
Now, hear me out on this.
I hate this subject already, but okay.
What if we're living those 8 minutes right now?
Now that you mention that, that is also a theory that we're living in a memory.
Our life is flashing before our eyes right now, and
Right.
this is the last 8 minutes of our life.
Right. It's a possibility, but there's all kinds of theories and possibilities around that. They also say you can see like the last 5 minutes, see and hear,
Yeah,
which is even freakier because like if say like,
that's terrifying. That's terrifying.
yeah, well, depending on how you die, yeah, you're right. Because say you die,
If you're trapped in your head and you can see and hear everything and you can't do nothing about it,
it's not so
terrifying.
much in your head. You can't think about it that way. I think about it more in a way you have to be like a conscious state. Like say you die of a heart attack, but you didn't pass out before you had that heart attack. So now you're sitting there with your eyes open, dead, but you're watching everybody freak out that you just died. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's horrifying.
And then you're like, I'm not breathing. And then you're like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, that's horrifying to me. That is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I'd rather go in my sleep or catch a stray bullet or something like that.
Let's see, what are we talking about here?
Like that's just some scary shit. Like,
It's a drug, is a spiritual band-aid.
what the fuck are you talking about?
It's in the comments.
Yeah, I know, but what the fuck what's a spiritual band-aid?
We need answers.
But yeah, there's a lot of theories, and they're saying now there's a lot of scientists saying that when you die, kind of like I guess what we would call the spirit, like you don't die, like you're still, you just leave your body, for instance, kind of like a lot of religions believe.
So out of body experience is
No,
what
it's
we're
not so
getting
much
at, or
out about it.
astral projection.
No, it's more like you get unplugged from the matrix and wake up somewhere else consciously.
Here we go with the Matrix again, man.
Like your conscience don't, I don't know if they said your conscience don't transfer over or it does. Like either you start over or your conscience does transfer over, but like you go somewhere else, a different realm, I guess is how I would put it.
Okay. All right. This is something that, you know, I came across. I don't know if it's true or not. I didn't look too much deeper into it, but scientists are trying to work on downloading the human consciousness
Well, that's been in the process for a long time.
into a system.
Or
all right, now this begs to differ. All right, this begs the question here.
Okay, you're going
if
a
that
different route than I thought.
No, I'm not going. Well, I might be. If they can manage that, do you live forever or?
Well, see, I kind of seen a movie around that shit, like actually like a week ago, and what they were doing was they was making, and it could possibly happen. They was doing like you said, but they were doing it individually. Like say they would take me, and if I had a you know, like a terminal disease and I was dying, I can opt out to right before I die to download my conscience, the way I think, my brain, my thoughts, my memories, all that, and download them into a computer.
Right.
Like they capture your mind, your conscience, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then they were making silicone bodies, right?
Right.
And it was, you know, of course they was AIs or whatever, but then they were downloading them back into these bodies, and they were using like gel or oil, like real vein bodies, but using a different type of shit to run through them and shit, but downloading the conscience back into them bodies and bringing you back to life. Now, this was the other trippy part of it that was kind of really trippy, and it reminds me of the Matrix, and it seems like another hint. While they were doing that, they was downloading these people back into these fake bodies. The bodies were blowing up. The longest it lasted was like 30 seconds. But if you don't hurry up and get back uploaded into the computer before that body exploded, you were then dead forever. Now, when I say uploaded back into the computer, they were putting people into a computerized world to preserve them until a body was ready for them to be downloaded back into. So like dead people were communicating in a matrix until there was a body in the real world for them to be downloaded back into.
All right, I said it once before. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Like it's almost like locking up a bunch of souls into one simulation.
All right, so
we could be there now, so
that's what I'm saying. Is that all we are, or
I don't know. That's another rabbit hole.
Are we just consciousness? Is that what our soul is?
It could be the last 8 minutes of our life, like you said. The flashback.
All right, so what's after death?
I guess life in another type of form, as we label it.
I mean, do we just become worm chow, or
I don't know.
You know, is it?
All right, this is what would seem to make me believe there's nothing after death. I guess I'll know when I'll get there and have to whatever, but if I do. But I've been put under, okay?
Okay.
You know how some people say they had dreams, some people can see their surgeries, some people can do all that while they're under. There's been
Right.
experiences. When I've been put under, it's always been a lapse of time. If that makes sense.
So you can't remember anything from being put under.
No, there's never been dreams. I've never heard nothing. It just went dark. And then I would start back up again and open my eyes. So I would tend to believe that if I can do that while still being alive, then if I die, then that's it. It's just lights out and there is nothing. You don't think about nothing, you don't remember nothing, it's just lights out, you shut off. And I've died twice. I've died twice, but I've been under when I've died twice. And I didn't have no experiences. It was two separate times, but there was no experiences that I can remember. But and it's
just lights out and
it's just lights out and then it was lights on.
Or is it just buried so deep in your subconscious that
no.
You forgot about it?
No, because there wasn't nothing horrifying about it. The most horrifying thing about it is everything I can't remember, like getting a needle in my arm every time. I hate needles. So the IV, and then when the mask came, I always knew, bye bye.
Right.
But every time I woke up, minus the little pain from my surgery or whatever issues I was having, every time I woke up, I was fresh. The only way I can explain it is I restarted.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
Like I shut my computer off to let it cool down and then turned it back on.
Yeah, see, I've never been put under, so I can't attest for that. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying the put under parts. I'm just saying both times I was put under and I was supposedly gone for a while. Them 2 times I felt refreshed. Like, okay, put it this way. If dying was a drug and you can come back to life every time, I would be addicted to it. It's like coming back in the freshest body ever to me. It's like a high, if I can explain it.
Right, I feel it. I mean, you're probably loopy from coming off the...
Well, yeah, but I know the difference in that feeling, too, though. Like, I know...
Right.
Drugs and shit like that, but I don't know, but that would just be my personal opinion. I don't think kind of like the life after death shit, like when we die, we're reborn.
Yeah, I was gonna, touch on that.
We would, I think,
reincarnation.
Right. I think if anything, if there's life after death, we would never know because evidently we can't remember whether it be reincarnation or wherever we go. There could be levels to this, like fucking Donkey Kong.
All right, look. All right, let's hit this. All right, you're reincarnating, right? You're born into a new, baby, and
I think they run out of carbon copies for the Matrix.
Yeah, what if you do retain that information as a baby, but you cannot remember anything from your baby? Being
it's kind of like infant. They say that's what deja vu is.
You know what I mean? Like
they say it's memories from the past, or you've been there before.
And I've experienced that multiple times.
That actually scares me because I always think it's going to be something bad.
I've experienced that multiple times, and like I said, what if we do hold on to that information?
I put it this way. This is another thing that makes me feel Matrix-wise, too. Like, I see it, like you said, I kind of investigate all the way to the T. You can take pictures. Okay, for one, this is a proven fact. Everybody's got an identical twin in the world. Most people don't know that. Yeah. Which would lead me to believe that their programming is running out of characteristics and they're working on them daily, like different characteristics. Now, here's where the tricky shit comes in. You could take a photo from somebody today, and if you can, it's happened a lot. You can find photos from motherfuckers from 200 years ago.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've seen them.
And they're identical. Like
Yeah, I've seen them.
like some of our Hollywood movie stars have found identical twins from like 200 years ago and shit.
Like I seen,
Or say,
you know,
for instance, just take it on the point that our characteristics we transfer over. Our kids might not be identical to us, but they might have our eyes, our lips, our nose. So it leads me to believe they ran out of ways to have, different characteristics. So now they're mixing them together and switching them up like a Jenga puzzle.
yeah, I have real strong genetics, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, me
You
too.
could tell my kids are my kids. You know what I mean. You
Mhm.
could tell them they're mine from a mile away.
Right.
You know what I mean. Even though they come in different shades, I mean, you could still tell. You know, those are my kids.
Right. But I mean, to say life after death, yeah, there's always life after death, but it might not be your life because life goes on. Huh, how you like that? And so does your kids and your bloodline, supposedly. So technically, you do live forever.
Yeah and no. Yeah.
All but consciously, but you kind of do subconsciously because your kids get your attitude, your traits. If they grow, they grow up in your household, they'll talk like you, have vocabulary like you, minus the shit they learn on their own or take interest
Right.
in. There's
Yeah.
always going to be that part of you that you're going to hear coming out their mouth or see in the way they look at somebody or something shit like that.
Right.
And you'll be looking like, yep, that's my motherfucking kid.
You know, like all right. So do we return to the earth and create new life? Is that what we're going with here?
Oh,
I mean, because that's what that sounds like. You know what I mean? Like we're just we return to the earth and help new life go on.
so now we're fucking Avatar.
Well, I mean that's how it is. I mean, something dies in the forest, an animal or critter or whatever dies in the forest, it decomposes, breaks down, it goes back to the earth.
Well, yeah, there's a cycle.
It's nutrients for other things. You feel what I'm saying? Other things get life and substance from the dead.
You just need a vacuum. Oh, a volume.
Value.
I don't need no volume. I smoke weed, but I did used to like them little V cuts back in the day. They have you on that level. Back in the 1900s.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Or we can return to the stars if you want to go that route. We're all made out of stardust.
Because I think the stars are fucking holes in the box.
That's
when you bring the frog home and you put holes in the box so it
I
can
know what you're
breathe,
saying.
or an ant farm.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So that's what we're going with on that one.
I mean, that's one of my theories. Like I said, I don't believe none of it. I'm a see it to believe it person. But I also do believe that we could have traveled from another planet. I believe that we could have been an asteroid that slammed into the Earth, and microorganisms that evolved into everything we got in Earth now, from trees, plants, fish, water, humans.
Well, that's where I was going with that. I mean, they say we come from stardust, and we return to stardust.
I don't believe it. What?
Okay. I'm just.
We're a fucking ant farm. And in the daytime, he turns the light on in the room, and when he leaves at night, he turns the light off. When it rains, he's probably watering us. All that shit.
That's
when
a scary thought.
When it snows and shit, they're fertilizing us.
Yeah, that's some scary shit, man. Like that's some wild thinking there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that is some wild thinking.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can see it though too. You know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of Horton Hears a Who. And you familiar with that story?
Who?
Horton Hears a Who.
Who?
Fuck you. But I mean, that's pretty much that same concept. All right, Horton, finds a dust speck,
Right.
and on this dust speck, there's a whole nother civilization.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? And that kind of reminds me of that. You know what I mean? Are we just a speck of dust, floating in somebody's carpet, or we're gonna have to scream, "We are here! We are here!
Yeah.
We are here!" You know what I mean? Like
Whoville. I know what you're talking about. Got a
you know
whole
what I mean?
damn
Like
town and everything.
yeah, and the people have jobs, and they're
Well, see, if you
living
want
their
to
happy
go on that
lives.
tripped out aspect, I would say things of this nature that trip me out. If you look at a picture of somebody's eye close up, and if you look at the universe, and then if you look at a map out of the brain,
It all looks the same.
It's all the same. So technically, we could be a parasite on somebody's body, and when we have earthquakes, it's that person moving or something.
We could.
There could
We
be
really
all
could.
kinds of theories of what we are, and that's kind of another Whoville theory, though. But
Yeah, but I mean, how far does that rabbit hole go down, man? Like, because we could look at atoms and molecules and electrons and photons and neutrons, and we could look at all that down to the bare bone.
yeah,
And how far does it go down?
I don't know, because if you want it to be, as you said, subjective, all that shit could be fake too. And it could be a smoke cloud. They could just be making that shit up.
You've never looked through a microscope?
Well, yeah, but that don't mean it ain't part of the program to show me.
So even with seeing, you still don't believe.
You got to remember, if you're in the Matrix, it's all simulated around you.
Well, I mean, they're doing a crappy job.
Well, yeah, because my Matrix really fucking sucks. And I got stuck with you. What the fuck?
Well, it'd be like that.
I don't know. I do, like I said, if there's life after death, then we probably wouldn't know.
And I you get eyewitness accounts, for people that have been brought back from the dead, and
yeah, but were they just tripping off the drugs?
Here's my thing: were they tripping off the drugs, or were they going off what other people said, happened? It's like it's the alien scenario.
Yeah.
But, I was abducted by aliens, and then the next guy's like, well, I was abducted by aliens, and this is what happened. You know what I mean?
See, I got another theory to that, though, that's creepy. They say some drugs open up to the real reality that we don't see.
There's a lot of stuff we don't see.
Right. And then at the same time, you got to think about accounts of, like, children's and drunks usually are the only ones to tell the truth. But more children claim to see spirits and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So... And
I mean, is it?
I don't know.
Well, all right. If you had the ability to see that, would you want to see it?
I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in all that crazy shit like that. I've had one experience, and I still don't believe in it, but I question it. Like,
all right, explain.
I'm not gonna mention no names, but the night I come back from the hospital after all the craziness happened and somebody passed away, I went over and sat in the last spot this person sat. My daughter was in the chair across from me. And she said, TT. And then she said something like, along the lines of like, TT hugged you, or TT's hugging you. And mind you, she's only like a year and a half old at this time.
Right.
And I felt a warmth, and I felt weird. And I told Rhythm, I said, stop, because it gave me chills, but I felt like somebody hugged me. And then she said, bye, TT. Like, this person come back to hug me and then left. Now, like, that is the only experience in my life that I can say that I question. Now, I don't know if it's because maybe my daughter was just tripping, but she was pointing out the window and everything where nothing was at, and I did get that sensation. Or if it was just from her being creepy like that, it made me feel some sensation. Or am I
Well,
just in denial?
your mind makes things real.
Right. It's
Your
perception.
mind, yeah, your mind makes things real.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like where they say, if you die in your dream,
You'll die in
you'll
real
you'll
life. Right.
you'll die in real life.
Right.
Because your mind makes it real.
Right.
I've had some near-death dreams, and
Oh, yeah, me too.
I wake up,
Sweaty, heart pounding.
Yeah, I wake up right before,
Smack the ground and shit like that. Yeah, right before
Right,
you
yeah.
get shot, all that shit. Yeah, they say if you complete that, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, because your mind will make it real, and
Right.
you'll have a heart attack and die.
So that's another thing. I don't dream, and when I do, it's always some fucked up shit. But I hardly ever remember a dream.
Yeah, I remember a few of mine, and they're usually crazy nonsense.
Right. It's got to be something extravagant for me to remember it.
Like I'm running down the street and a crab monster's chasing me.
Or you're trying to run away, everybody's running fast, and you're running 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Slow-mo and shit, and you can't do nothing. You're just struggling. Like time slowed down. When I was a kid, all bullshit aside, dude, I used to wake up clawing at the walls because I always had dreams that I was buried alive in a coffin. And I don't know
That
why.
is awful.
Yeah.
That is awful.
And it didn't.
I mean,
it didn't stop till I was about 10 years old. I hope I don't have one now that I talked about it.
So it's a claustrophobic thing.
Yeah, I'm really claustrophobic. I hate it.
I feel it.
Like, I instantly go into panic attacks. Like, when I go to jail, like, I get instantly claustrophobic, and I actually got to talk myself down, but it's horrible. It's not that I care about being in jail or not like that. I can't handle. I just don't like being confined into a room knowing I can't get out. I feel like the air is leaving. I can't breathe. Like,
right. I feel it. I get like that in large crowds. You know what I mean? I get
the one night we was
panicky.
working, that's why I went outside a couple of times, because it got full to the extent that I started feeling trapped almost.
Right.
But yeah, no.
I feel it. So, how many people we got in here with us?
3, I think.
Somebody chime in. Life after death. Is it? I didn't want to get into the heaven or hell debate, or whatever, and bring that into it.
The what?
The heaven or hell debate.
Aww.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to go down that route.
So I'm gonna just say we're in purgatory right now.
And I'll buy that. You know what I mean? Like it seems like a limbo.
Yeah.
Until the next course of action.
The next level of the rings of the fire.
I mean, what if it's an endless cycle?
What if
we're just born
what if
and
it
born
was
and born and born?
Dante's Inferno.
So what are we talking? 9 levels of hell
or purgatory?
Purgatory, you know what I mean? Well, purgatory was one of the levels there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
So
before hell.
Yeah.
That's like
so. I mean, that's an empty void.
Right.
Yeah, the empty void. Yeah. That would be horrifying. That would be terrible.
But we wouldn't know if this was it.
I mean, you get down to them last levels and
you get fucked up.
I mean, you're getting fucked up, no matter what. I mean, none of them levels was good.
Right.
You know what I mean? None of those levels were anything good. Like the frozen ice level,
that one would have got me, bro. I would have died again. I hate being cold.
Or, the desert wasteland.
I might have been all right with that as long as I could have imagined drinking some.
Lake of Blood. That all right, the way that was described in that you're here.
Yeah.
And you can't get over this point.
That would
you know
kick
what I mean?
my claustrophobic shit in.
Yeah, that would be the most awful thing ever. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I mean, what is it? What's out there? You know what I mean? What's the real, man?
You reincarnate to an animal. A lot of people
See,
think that.
I didn't buy the animal reincarnation too much. You know what I mean? Because us being
But that would be like,
of intelligent mind, you know, to go down to a lesser organism.
yeah, but it'd be like, going back to the earth, kind of like you mentioned. And
Yeah.
and nature in the process. Or a tree for that instance. Who knows? That'd suck if you became a fucking tree and had to sit around for fucking thousands of years stuck in one spot. Especially if you was like in the fucking Amazon getting fucked up. All them bugs and
Yeah.
insects and
People,
yeah.
you know, I mean, you know, they're chopping down the rainforest, and you know, what if you come back as a single cell organism, man? Like that doesn't seem like a good trade-off. Like an amoeba or a bacteria or you know,
I
or something.
How
you know,
loud the rainforest is.
what you mean?
From all the trees that are screaming.
Can we hear them?
No, that's the thing. We could sing to them, though.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it leaves a bunch of questions unanswered.
Well, ain't that the whole reason why we can't figure out the meaning of life, right? That's the whole thing.
The meaning of life. We're parasites.
We're fucking, well, as far as we know, we're here to reproduce. That's about the gist of it.
Humans as a species, we're parasitic, and we talked about this on another show.
Well, that's, yeah, if we go down that rabbit hole.
You know, I mean, like we're literally parasites, you know, and you know, I'm not going to call us apex predators. I mean, because
we're predators, bro.
We are, but I mean, we're more parasitic than we are anything else.
Well, yeah, we do the earth no good. We went through this. We're the only one that destroys instead of contributes.
Yeah.
Out of everything.
You know, and
even plagues and shit help, and diseases. So what are we really? That's a fucked up thought.
That is a very messed up
We're
thought.
Worse than parasitic.
What's worse than a parasite?
We're the aliens, bro. I'm telling you. We are the aliens.
We're a plague. We're a plague.
No, because even plagues have a purpose. Population control.
All right, fair enough.
We're fucking, we are the aliens that we speak of that we're looking for. We're looking in all the wrong places. We are the aliens.
So look in the mirror and that's what you see.
I don't even believe we started on this planet, bro. We don't match the planet in no shape or form, anything. Minus what we built here, man-made.
Huh.
And that fucks,
I feel
fucks up the planet too, so.
All right, I'm gonna take a trip down a rabbit hole real quick.
Ooh, yeah.
And this was a neat scientific fact that, you know, struck me as odd. All right. Venus, planet Venus. And, you know, they can't land anything on Venus.
Right.
You know, because it's so hot and has, you know, the greenhouse effect, you know, and
yeah.
Everything they've landed on there just burns up in a few
Acidic
minutes. You know what I mean?
And all that
yeah.
Shit.
But they said if, you know, we could figure out how to live above the cloud cover of Venus, it has the same atmosphere as Earth. And it's 70 degrees above the clouds where the acid rain and, you know, all that nonsense is.
Avatar.
It's a constant 70, right. But you'd have to live in the sky.
Right. Sky people.
Yeah. Would you live on the sky of Venus? Above the cloud cover?
I won't fly in a plane, bro.
I mean, that's just interesting. I mean, that the upper atmosphere can sustain life.
Speaking of planets, though, did you know they just found a fucking planet that is made up, supposedly, of all diamonds?
I believe it. I mean, Saturn and Jupiter rain diamonds. It rains diamonds on Saturn,
Well,
Saturn
yeah,
and
just
Jupiter.
like the one planet has all acid lakes and all that shit, and rain and fucking shit like that. Literally, acid.
Yeah.
Like that's fucked up. And oh, that's another thing. They are outsourcing companies right now to start going to other planets and mining.
What planets?
They're trying to figure out how to do that. I don't know, to get like materials we don't got
Yeah,
yet.
but what planets?
I don't know what planets. I don't remember all that, but I remember seeing that. The motherfuckers
I mean, because
be in the space station chilling. I be watching them all the time, bro, and they be up there for years at a time.
yeah, this hanging out.
And they're doing all these studies and trying to figure out a way, because that's why they're plotting on Mars, because these motherfuckers really want to take us back to Mars. Yeah, I said
Well,
back
I mean,
to Mars.
Explain yourself.
Mars has riverbeds. Mars
Yes,
has
it does.
everything
I'm aware of
this
this.
planet had, except everything died. So we might
Yeah, because the core stopped.
Yeah, so we might have
The core stopped spinning.
we might have fucked the planet up and jumped ship. And the thing that killed the dinosaurs was us landing on this bitch. And then we started fucking this shit up. And now we're panicking again because we know it's gonna end up like Mars. So we gotta find another place to stay. But the dumb motherfuckers forget we already lived there. It got lost in history somewhere probably.
All right, I mean, I'll go with your
Theory.
your theory here. I mean, all right, I do believe they found the asteroid that they say destroyed, the dinosaurs, all that,
So
and it's a spaceship sized crater in the Yucatan Peninsula.
right.
You know what I mean? And if you go on with that route, I mean, yeah, I'll buy it.
Or they dropped us the fuck off here as an experiment and dipped. We could just be some mutt ass biological experiment. The whole planet like a big old farm. We could be Earth, the nature series.
I'll buy it.
That's what sucks about us. We could be anything.
Everything's subjective.
Right. That's what sucks about having subjective thinking.
Oh man! All right, we went way off on a tangent, and reel it in.
I don't want to reel it in. I feel like a zombie, but the points were made. Like,
Absolutely.
the imagination is wild, so any theory is possible, and until we know the truth, which we might not never fucking know, I guess it's all up for speculation and subjectable.
If
And
I
perception.
if I could know the truth of all things, and what's under the curtain or what's behind the curtain or whatever, I don't think I'd want that knowledge.
Well, no, because that would defeat the purpose of trying to make it anywhere in life or do anything.
I mean, that would
It killed the buzz.
it ruined everything.
It killed the hype. I agree with that to the fullest.
And that is just wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what's behind the curtain, and you find out what's behind the curtain, and
especially if you're in the Matrix, then you're gonna be like, man, fuck this shit.
I ain't doing nothing else.
You might go home and just blow your head off to get out the Matrix.
No, I'm just not doing anything else. I mean,
you're just gonna stick
we're
to the Matrix, man, like fuck you.
Yeah, if it's a simulation, and this is what we're in, and it's a bunch of zeros and ones, I'm not doing nothing else.
Right. I dig it.
What's the point?
Right. No, I feel it. Yeah, because there's no end goal.
There's no end game. There's no nothing.
I mean, we're already living to die anyway. So basically, since the day we was born, we died little by little. We just die slowly.
I feel it.
That's so fucked
and
up.
that's the truth.
Right. It's fucked up.
But if you think about life like that, it makes it
shitty.
Absolutely.
I'm a realist. Like, I know I turned 41, so I know the next big number, I'm on my way to 50. And when I think about 50, I'm like, God damn, 50? I don't look old, wrinkly, and hunched over. Because I
got 5 years, man.
That's how I used to think as a kid. But health and things of that nature have gotten better in people too, but life expectancy for some reason has gotten shorter. But I think that's processed foods, things of that nature.
Right.
Shit we fucked up. But yeah, we're going off on rabbit holes. We're about what? Oh, we're like almost 2 hours in. We can end it out if you
All
want.
right.
But
That's
definitely,
fine with me.
definitely thanks for your guys' time. Remember, you can always go back and watch these because after the live, they get uploaded to my YouTube. So remember, like, share, subscribe my YouTube. Remember, it's Graveyard Shift every Friday at 12 a.m. What is it?
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, our time over here. Remember, getting them comments. We like other people's opinions. We talk about whatever. Remember, if you want subjects to be talked about, get in our inbox or comment on the show something you think we should talk about. Other than that, we've ran about 2 hours and we kind of running out of steam tonight. Plus, shout out to Ashling Entertainment. They sponsor the show. Remember, check out the No Evil.
No Evil.
Fucker. Or, no, wrong.
No Evil.
Mine's hitting the light. There we go.
Get it? Get the monkeys
There
on the
we
sleeve.
go. Right. Remember, go to our store on Facebook or hit us up. We got catalogs of all the different gear everywhere. Other than that, we're going to end it out for tonight. Like I said, thanks for your guys' support. Thanks for y'all's time. If
Absolutely.
you got anything to say, hit us up. We will speak on it. Other than that, we're going to end it out like we